and welcome. This episode, well, I guess this really doesn't have a number. This is our Gamers Buying Guide of 2021. We want you to save your green and get that gravy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So today we're going to be covering a couple of game deals or good price points for items. Right? That's kind of what we're doing.
You should also introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Shelby Stokes. This is the Underpowered podcast. We also got Casey Cool here.
Hey, hello. We've done
Casey.
about 80 of these. And if you're new to the show, like Shelby said, this is a buyer's guide for the holidays. We decided to help because I was telling Shelby off air, and I guess, have you ever gotten a gift from someone that didn't suit you?
Yes, I have. I've had some pretty ugly clothes given to me by my grandmother while I was an adult. I got a yellow button down with checkers, and she took the receipts out of the box.
She's like, "You ain't returning this, boy."
Exactly. So it's like,
you're gonna wear this for me.
Do I just give this to Goodwill? Like, what do I do with this? Yeah, it's
use it as a washcloth on your car.
I'm trying to think of some other bad gifts, but I think you've probably had some bad ones in the past too, right?
I have gotten really bad gifts before. Like, here's what I don't get. I like to think about what people like, and if I can't think of something they like, I'd rather just give them something they can get for themselves to get what they like, right? If you know me, my interests are pretty simple. I like video games. I like reading books. I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like comic books. So, like, bookstore, video game gift certificate, movie certificate, those are all great. We're going to talk about things like that. But if don't give me something to do with the gift. That's more my thing.
Here's a chore.
Yeah. Here's a project for you with all your other 100 house projects that you have. Let's just pile it on because we think you'll think that's fun. No, I don't. I'd rather get a Lego. How about that? Like, just give me something to enjoy myself. And, as a teacher, I get tons of coffee mugs, and I like getting coffee mugs, but I know I'm going to get one every year. But then you got to start going out. So I don't mind getting that gift, but sometimes you get a gift that you have to get rid of old stuff for, like clothes, right?
Right.
And
how many coffee mugs do you have? Let's back up a second. Like, have you had to get rid of them?
Yeah. Like, we have at least 25 or 30 in my house.
Oh my gosh. And you haven't gotten rid of any, huh?
Oh, I've gotten rid of tons.
They just keep accumulating. How come, like, every other piece of glassware in your kitchen, you're able to get it all matchy and make it right? And then coffee cups are just like, whatever. I got this from my grandma once and I like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people really like just aesthetics to coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'll drink tea out of it. I would like a silly mug, like a video game mug, but my wife likes, like, oh, there's a picture of the beach. Oh, this is the city of Boston. Oh, this one's Lake Crusette.
Well, exactly. So if you've got any mugs for Christmas, you've probably got a bad gift. But the reason we are here is to talk about gift ideas. What can you get that gamer in your life that, or what's a good bang for your buck too? Maybe you're looking for a gaming gift to yourself. So we're going to go over a couple of different price points. We're going to go over a $20-ish level, a 40-ish, a 60th, and then a no limit. Or as we've also referred to it as the bottom, the middle, the high tier.
And the dream.
And the dream tier.
So why don't you start us off? Let me hear your $20 purchase that you would recommend.
Let's do it. So, on one of if you've been listening to our backlog, you know that Lego Superheroes has been on my list for many, many years, and they have recently came out with a Marvel Lego Trilogy. Now, this includes all three of the Marvel games. So Marvel Superheroes 1, Marvel Superheroes 2, and there's one more that I don't have in front of me right now. But I only played Marvel Superheroes, the first installment, and it was a ton of game. It had all the characters. The attention to detail was great. The powers synced up. So you get 3 games for $20. And I think it's a heck of a price point and also could work with just about anybody, right? A Marvel fan, a kid, a good family game. I think it could work in all those different environments.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. I have a lot of different options for people. And my first easy one that's anything for $20 under is a gift card. A gift card to Xbox, a gift card to PlayStation, a gift card to Nintendo. Or a gift card that your significant like. But for a gamer, giving them a gift card lets them wait on the eShop, lets them wait on the online store for something they really want. And I talked about before, like, some people really like physical copies, but not having to load a game in it,
Yeah,
you didn't realize how like quick you can just pull up a game from your library and let it go, how much you appreciate that and enjoy not switching it. But in the gamer in your life, if they really want a hard back game, they'll either tell you or they'll have it or
right.
they'll buy it themselves.
Yeah.
They're not going to get themselves a game card for a rainy day.
And the beauty is like the game card you can use at any time, right? So I've been
Mm-hmm.
holding on to an Xbox gift card for a very long time, and I know that when I see something pop up, I'm going to be able to use that guilt free.
Yeah,
And I'm probably going to ask for another one for
yeah.
Christmas.
And
Yeah, so that is our low tier. Do you have any other low tier
my
options?
other low tier one that's always good is a charging station for a video game or a tablet or something like a
Um,
Nintendo adapter. It's a $15, and just having it so you can, I can plug this in and charge it on the go, or I have something to charge it when I go on a flight. So
so
getting
you're
it just
saying like just like a USB AC, USB C AAC adapter?
they're USB Type
Right,
C's now. That's what you really want. A USB Type
right.
C adapter for a mobile gaming device or a Apple adapter of
Nice.
some sort uh, would be great. And people appreciate it. You can never have enough
Yeah.
cords nowadays.
For
Everyone's
sure,
plugged in.
for sure. That's a good one. So now we're going to move on to our middle tier. And I was thinking of games that were a good bang for your buck at the $40 price point. And there are
Yep.
three of
Let's
those
hear
that I
it.
played this year that I think would be really good. And they are Ghost of
Okay.
Tsushima, Yakuza Like a
Ooh,
Dragon,
Holland.
and AC
Yeah.
Valhalla. Now, what do these games have in common? There is a lot of game there. $40 is not going to disappoint. You're not going to play through this game in one sitting and be like, okay, I'm good. These are games that are expansive, you can put a lot of time into. And, I think they're justifiable at $60, $80, but at a $40 price point right now, it'd be silly not to get this
Right.
for a gamer in your
That's a
life.
solid one. I have a bunch of games too. One that I've seen, and I don't even have a PlayStation, but I know people love this. At GameStop, God of War is actually $20 right now. So that's a
Mm,
lot of game. But
wow.
the one that you can get that was 40, that's in the mid 20s now, is that Spider-Man Game of the Year edition for those PlayStation lovers. That would be my hot
That's a
take
good
there.
game. That's a good
It
game.
is a good game, and if you're trying to get something on Nintendo for your family, Breath of the Wild is $40 at GameStop.
Wow, that's a lot of game too. Like you can really go forever. Yeah.
That's a ton of game. If you're looking for something for your kid, or if you
Yeah.
don't have it and you wanted it, it's maybe
Yeah.
the best Zelda of all time. It's one that everybody should have to have. If you know the person in your life plays a lot of games and they might have Zelda, it'd be a good chance. Or if they've ever played a Zelda, but if they like long games, oh yes, go buy that right
Yeah.
now.
And what do we mean by that's a lot of game, right? And I think that my definition of that is the how long to beat, like how long to see credits on that is
Yeah,
pretty long, is pretty far out there. Now, Zelda's kind of a special case because you can really go in there and try to beeline it. But if you're really going to
yeah.
explore that map, which is why you play that game, you're going to be in there for at least 50 hours, it feels
Oh,
like.
my wife and I played it for like 3 months. Completionist, if you want to do everything, it could be a 200+ hour game. You're getting
Yeah.
so much bang
And
for your buck
so
there.
And actually, it says, so I just looked it up on how long to beat. It says main story 50
Yeah.
hours. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
50 hours for the main story?
Yeah, you gotta think what you're gonna do other things before you do it. The speed run record's like 5 minutes, I
Yeah, but I
think,
mean,
it's
like,
something
so to
ridiculous.
hit like all the tower, anyway, it feels like,
To hit the four
I,
things, yeah,
yeah,
it's about
that
that.
seems longer than I thought.
You have to get stronger
Gotcha.
too. You have to get stronger. You have to find shrines. You have to think. You have to do
But
stuff.
but I mean, I guess to your point, the main story being 50 hours, which is more than I
Hmm.
thought. That's been established. But the main plus extras, 97 hours. Completionists, 188
Yeah.
hours. And this is on how long to beat. So a lot of game there. That's and a Nintendo title on sale. That doesn't happen all the time.
Another easy gamer gift that I would recommend everybody for those that in their life that love D&D, dice and a nice dice
Yeah.
holder.
I got me some dice at PAX, as everyone knows, and I'm very proud of them. My dice are very sexy.
I have my online game and three of us.
$40. You wouldn't spend $40 on dice.
Not $40 on the dice. You buy the dice, but you can get them a dice carrier and you can get them a book with it. I'm talking a package gift that shows thought. So if you have someone in your life that really wants to get into D&D, my $40 recommendation is the book and some dice, and you get them either the player's handbook first, the Dungeon Master's Guide, or the Monster Manual. You need those three books to really get started. But the first one starts with the Player's Handbook and the DM's Guide. You could get those two books for they're each 27, probably on sale over the time. But one of the books with a package of dice, bing bang boom, you're getting them started in a hobby that they maybe always wanted to try,
You're
or
set.
that you can have them do with you.
So you're telling people to go get them a chore, like go get your friends a chore.
No, I'm saying go give them something to learn to play D&D so they can play with their friends, not make a craft beer. There, I said it.
Oh, that's too funny.
How
So
dare
let's
you?
now move
So
on
wait, oh,
to
you think
our
D? I
third.
get it because I made you play D&D,
See,
right?
right?
I didn't know you felt like that was a
No,
chore.
no, no,
Okay.
no. I'm saying like, hey, here's a new hobby, is how you said it, and it made it sound like very reminiscent of, oh, here's make a craft beer.
Right,
Like there was some
right. This is
similarities
true.
there. I didn't think it was a chore. I enjoyed it.
You would play again,
I
wouldn't you?
would play again. I don't know that I'd commit to a full on campaign again.
I think you would just make like one shots and you have to have your
Yes,
character.
for
That's your
sure.
style, and I think you would like a smaller group.
And also, anyway, this isn't the
Yeah,
D&D podcast,
we'll talk about this
but yeah,
after.
for sure. So let's move on to our third tier, which is the $60, which I'm totally
Mm-hmm.
okay to talk about D&D. But the
Cool.
$60 price point, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know I'm a Game Pass subscriber. Okay,
Yeah.
that is no secret. I try not to gush about it, and maybe I do unintentionally here. But if you have $60 and you have a gamer in your life and they do not have Game Pass, buy them 4 months of Game
Yeah,
Pass.
that's 4 months. That was my. I was like,
Yeah,
counted by
this
15s
is
on my
4
fingers.
months, and the reason I think that this is pertinent right now is as of the recording of this show, Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite are two $60 games traditionally that are coming out and included in Game Pass. So if you're a
Mm.
maybe, like you're getting two $60 games for 4 months that you can try. If you like them, great. If you don't, great. And at the end of 4 months, you're either going to be done with that game or you can re-up again. I think it's a no-brainer, and that's not even talking about the other games that are included on this thing. So if
Mm-hmm.
you got a $60 budget for somebody, I know it's maybe not as sexy as an actual tangible gift, but I think it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes. For me, I go to Nintendo products. A Nintendo Switch Pro controller is great,
Mm-hmm.
but for someone that likes to play on the go, Nintendo has partnered up with Hori, which is another developer, but they've got the Nintendo brand on this product. It's called a Hori Split Pad Pro, and what it is, and you can get it for about 50 actually, depending on where. It is, imagine a Pro controller split in half that can lock onto your Switch screen.
Oh,
So you get the technical aspect of it of that, but you get the feel. Uh, I want that so bad. So if my wife listens to this, that's my number one. And she got me a bunch of other stuff already. But for gamers out there, like that's and they like to play their Switch on the go, that Pro controller will be so nice in their hands, but it's split up. You can still get that. Highly recommend. That would be my $60 purchase.
and that who's that made by?
That's made by Hori, Hori. It's Shop All Hori is there, but it's got Nintendo like boxing on it. When you buy it, Nintendo sells it. It has like a Nintendo Switch. Uh, it it gets a lot of love from them.
Oh, very
They
cool.
also have a really cool Pokemon edition one that's $50 that
Nice.
has Pikachu all over the front and side of it. So
Little Pikachu. Now, how would you rock this? Don't you normally play this on your TV, your Switch?
in it's two halves of a Pro controller that slide into your Joy-Con or your where your Joy-Cons would slide in.
The Pikachu one sounds pretty cool too, right?
Yeah, it's black with a gold Pikachu on it. So if you want to impress like the middle schoolers that you teach, or if you're a Pokemon fan, that looks cool.
But it,
But you can get a standard one for $49.99.
But I mean,
All at Target.
would you actually use something like this, or don't you mainly on the couch?
How often do you play
Oh,
undocked?
I only play mine on docked, but I think you
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
use it differently. Yeah.
I would play way more undocked if one I didn't have to fight my kids for it, and two if I had that because I get frustrated with the controllers a lot of times too.
Yeah.
But the bigger reason is the reason I don't play undocked is my son wants to play it if I'm playing undocked, right?
No joke.
Yeah, it creates problems for me. I have to wait till if we both like him getting his own this Christmas is killer for me because then I get more time
That's
to play
awesome.
with him too.
So
But the
so what's the price point in that? Are you gonna get your son a mini, or are you gonna get him a Switch proper?
My mother got him a Switch proper, and this is where I'm really proud of her, actually, Shelby. So the Switches notoriously don't have a great memory. They come with
Mhm.
about 32 gigs of memory in a game. That's about like 4 games if you go in the eShop. She
Yeah.
bought him a mini micro SD card to
Oh,
put in there
wow.
without even being told. She knew to get it. She got him 128 gigs micro SD card, but you can get. How much do you think a 500 gig micro SD card is?
I have no idea.
Oh man,
What, 40
uh,
bucks? 60 bucks?
you think $60?
I don't know. I imagine the price has gone down. I remember when it launched, they were pretty expensive though.
Yeah, they're $62 for 512 gigs. But if you go to Newegg, you can get it for 54. So they've come so far, and that's a
Yeah.
micro SD that can hold 512 gigs. That's what actually I have. So if you want to get, and if you are your significant other likes to play online games, get them the 512 SD card for $50. They'll appreciate it, but it's so much storage. I remember when I bought a 200 gig um, eDrive in 2008 for 150 bucks.
Oh man.
Or
Dude,
no,
times
yeah,
times have
200. Yeah,
changed.
yeah, yeah,
Time
yeah.
has changed.
Now I can get on
Oh,
micro SD cards for less than 100.
no,
Killing
go
me.
figure. Go figure. That
It's
takes
okay.
us to our last category, which is the no limits category.
No limit soldier.
No limits. You could do whatever you want, spend all you want. You have anything that comes to mind for this one?
Okay, this one's a little out there. I'm gonna tell you right now. Have you ever heard? You know the arcade one up systems?
No, but okay.
Oh, you haven't seen those at stores? You can buy little arcade cabinets. It's from the company called One Up, and you can get like
Okay.
the Simpsons, you can get the Ninja Turtles, but they also have the, and they're like $600, $800. I would love, love, love to get the Teenage Ninja Turtle one. They have an NBA Jam one that would be sick too, and you could get the seats. But the thing that I really, really like is called the Infinity Game Table. It's a 32-inch TV, like LED TV, where you can play touchscreen games like with a group of friends. You could have Scrabble come up on it. You can have like Connect Four. So all these old classic games, you play it on a movable screen that
Oh,
you could like on
whoa.
game night just pull out and have tons of different games to play. Um, and it's about $800.
Dude, I'm looking at it right now. It definitely is
Yeah,
800, $900. This is
yeah.
crazy.
But the games on it, that's what like you have Trivial Pursuit, which I love. No one will play Trivial Pursuit with me. I love trivia games. It has Trivial Pursuit. It has Scrabble. It has a bunch of Hasbro games. Monopoly, Candyland, Shoots and Ladder, Yahtzee, right? There's puzzle
Wow.
games. There's all sorts of stuff on it. Imagine playing Uno on that thing, just real quick too.
This is crazy. So I remember when Microsoft had like tech demos with stuff like this.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
here,
was a
baby.
pretty cool concept back in the day. I haven't looked at this game table in a while though. This is pretty dope.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be my like. You really want to be the cat pajamas and get a gift that everyone's gonna remember the infinity table for
Oh,
$8.99.
I want to be the cat's pajamas faux shoe. So my no limit game or purchase would be the Oculus Quest 2. So I recently had a coworker that bought one of these and I've been playing with it. So it cost me $0 personally, but it is freaking cool, man.
You
Like
know, you say it
real
would cost
neat.
you $0, right?
I'm buying a whole bunch of software on it. So I mean that's
Oh,
part of the deal.
for
Yeah.
him deal. How much is
Yeah.
the hardware?
The hardware is $299, or if you want the bigger hard drive, $399.
So it's not too wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too out there, but I kind of feel like VR is like a boat in that you don't want to be the guy that owns a boat. You want to be friends with the guy who owns the
The
boat. You know?
I get that. Yeah, for sure. I understand that. Definitely. I also think it is such a cool futuristic
Yeah.
thing, and the software that's being developed for it is pretty neat. They have this new feature out right now which is called hand tracking. So it actually like takes a camera and puts it on your hand and then it represents it in the headset. Just dope.
Put Dungeon and Dragon building in that, or put Final Fantasy 15 or 14, the online game, in
Dude,
that, and then it's game set match.
I'm
I'd be in.
I'm gonna send you a link to a game because they do have a D&D type experience in the Matrix.
No, I'm talking like a D&D official. You build something and you have your avatars walk through and you can do your spellcast. Like, call me, Wizards of the Coast. I got some ideas for you. So you need to be developing that.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna find it. Send it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, so that kind of
Yeah.
wraps up our buyer's guide on. I know this is
Yeah.
a short and sweet episode, but go out and check these things out.
But we know you're listening because if you're listening to this, you're panic shopping right now. And that's okay. And we're here to help you. We want you to get a good gift for someone and not a chore.
We want to get you. We want to set you up for success, and hopefully, we have here in this podcast.
Yes, save the green and get the gravy, baby. That's what we said earlier.
Save the green, get that gravy. So cool. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us in our social media platforms. It's in the description. Share this with the gamer that doesn't know how to buy games.
Yeah.
Or the non-gamer who wants to buy something for a gamer.
Or for the grandma that doesn't know what to get their little boy or little granddaughter.
Yeah, but your grandma's not going to know how to use a podcast, so maybe don't ask her.
Hey man, they might know what a micro SD card is if they're real cool.
This is true. So that is all for this week. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. We are out.
Play your games and buy them for your friends.